Emmerdale's Lisa Riley is launching a new podcast today. It's all about talking about grief and how she still struggles with the death of her mum 9 years ago. The podcast is called Grief Kind. Lisa joins me now. And Lisa, it's such a difficult one, isn't it? Everybody deals with loss in their own way. And of course, there is absolutely no timetable for it.
No, and that's what I realised, Lorraine, completely. Good morning, by the way. It was a case of just getting my story out there, because I've spoken so openly before about grief and how it affects different people. There's no rhyme, there's no reason. Everybody is individual. But what I will say is you've got to find your close friends who've been like that, who've been through it with you. So, for example, me, my best friend Lizzie, who unfortunately she lost her dad and her brother very close together. And I always say me and Lizzie together, we're in our club because we get it. We understand the different issues with pain and how you deal with it. So when Sue Ryder offered me the opportunity to be part of this podcast, I jumped at it because I wanted to be unbelievably honest and really tell the truth about what I go through daily and the uphill struggle I have massively with being judged. I have it on set at Emmerdale when I'm at work, when everyone knows me of having this fun, happy personality, which is me. But the days that I'm down and I find myself going, oh, it's okay, because I feel like I'm being judged, that people are like, oh my God, Lise, come on, it's 9 years, you should be over it by now. Well, no, it's as worse today as it was initially when Mum passed 9 years ago in July.
And it's little things that can set you off as well. A lot of people say that. And I know that you might see something that just kind of triggers a memory, and then, of course, it's all back again. And it doesn't have to be a massive thing. It can be something really small.
Oh, absolutely. I tell the story on the podcast where me and my brother went to the supermarket and we were shopping together, and me and my brother are very different. I love my brother more than life itself, but we're so different when it comes to grief. And I realised this. So walking down the aisle and I see a jar of lemon curd on the shelf, and I just started to cry. Those tears that just will not stop. And I was like, Liam, look, lemon curd, it's Mum. And he just went and nodded. That night we went home, had dinner, and then about a month, 6 weeks later, my sister-in-law rang me and said, Lise, what happened with you and Liam at that supermarket that day? Because that night he never came to bed, he slept on the couch and didn't say a word. And that's when I took a step back and I realised that Liam deals with it completely different to me. He's insular, whereas I cry, and I still cry today all the time. Everyone is different.
Everybody is, absolutely. And like I say, we're all trying to muddle through and get on with it in our own way. But I think that's why something like the podcast is such a good idea, because people can choose when to listen, when they feel that they want to listen. Sometimes, some days you might, some days you might not, but it's there. Yeah. It's there for you, which is a great idea.
Yeah, it's there if people need it. And I know when I need it, whether you've got your friends, your family, your loved ones who you want to lean on, that podcast is there to go, oh my God, Lisa Riley went through exactly the same as me. And it makes you feel like you're not on your own and you're not feeling, lonely about it. And you can have association that I'm going through it exactly the same as everybody else. So I'm really proud to be involved.
No, absolutely. We've just seen a picture of your gorgeous mum. What was she like, Lisa? When you remember her, what do you remember?
The Catherine wheel. Mum's Kath Riley, Catherine with a C. And the best way to describe Mum is a Catherine wheel, never stopping, that sparkling energy. And we always said that firework, look, she's really poorly there. Yeah. That was, that really breaks my heart, that picture, because she made such a difference. This was July 13th, my birthday, and she passed July 29th. Wow. And she said, darling, I'm coming out for your birthday meal. And we were like, Mum, no, please. I mean, she's skeletal on that picture. And she's like, no, I want to come out for your birthday. And at this point, we're having all the palliative care, the brilliant nurses. And she was living on one baby yogurt per day at this point. Anyway, she came to the restaurant and she was so poorly. And as always, she always ordered her garlic prawns. And she was so ill. But she did it. She did it, and she was there, so that forever I can remember that for my birthday, she made that effort. And I think in life, what a legacy to leave, this happy smile and this lady who never gave up fighting. So that's why when it comes to my family, I'm never going to stop talking about, look at that smile, you know, and people say, where do I get it from? Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see, and she is one of those people, I know, that when she walked into a room, everybody felt better. Don't we love people like that? Because we know there's people that walk into a room and they can suck all the energy out of it. But she was just like one of those people, she would walk in and you just felt better. I can see you smiling, talking about her, and obviously, you know, it's upsetting as well, I understand that. But it's just, it's great to remember her in that way, and you know, that she's spread all this kindness. It's lovely.
Always. Everywhere she went, she was just this non-stop, you know, woman of love and care. And even on her last days, she said, you know, there's always people worse off than me. And that lives on in my memory, because that's how we should live our life.
Yeah, and I know she loved watching you in Emmerdale. Absolutely loved it. And of course, you're back. Kind of where you belong, Lisa. You're back. It feels right, doesn't it?
It does. I had a brilliant 7.5 years, then a phenomenal career in between, and I was like, no, it is the right time to go back. And now I'm so part of the woodwork there now, and I love it. They're my family. I love going to work, and I'm so lucky because the writers write brilliantly for me, and it's never, ever, ever boring in Mandyland, ever. There's never one boring day.
We can say many things about Mandyland, but boring or dull, it is not. And you're getting all the full crew back as well. They're all coming back today, I believe.
Today is the day, officially, after all these months and months and months of doing Mandy's hair and makeup, putting the wig on myself and my lashes that I still have. These are mine, by the way, but Mandy's lashes. Today, yeah, we've got hair and makeup are coming back. So today I can have my lashes put on, thank goodness. But just the team, you know, and that sense of unit, which we pride ourselves. You've been up to Emmerdale, you know what a family we are.
I do.
You know, having that unit together, it's gonna spur us forward, because it's been tough, you know, as I've told everybody. No one at drama school told me how to act with a 6-foot dolly, and to this when we were doing our storyline, and to this day I'm proud of the whole team, what we've gone through. You know, there was no whinging. We just cracked on and we did it, because the programme never came off air, and that's brilliant for the show.
True, that's very true. And the only way you would leave is maybe a wee part in Bridgerton. You could just get written out for a wee while and then come back in again. That's the only one. But otherwise, you are staying put, I'm glad to say.
But then we could always have Emerton, like I said, Mandy behind the wool pack, dressed as Bridgerton.
Loving it.
Emerton. See, there you go.
I like it a lot. Listen, thank you so much for joining us, Lisa. I wish you all the very best with the podcast. It's a great thing you're doing. Grief Kind, out today. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.